you have any, yes, if you have any hesitations about your speech being recorded, especially if you plan to participate in a contest coming up, then please do let me know. I'll turn off recording during your speech and your evaluation, so that if you feel that you don't want to share the content of your speech ahead of the contest, I'd be happy to accommodate you on that, because I'll also be doing the Zoom Masters role. We are going to use a bit of technology in this meeting because we were not able to find a timer. So please notice that my screen is split into two. There's me on the left side, I guess right side. I don't know which side you guys are seeing. And the other part of my screen is white in color. That's where the timing will be shown. You'll hear gongs and the screen will change once. Unfortunately, we couldn't figure out how to change this, the color of the screen more than once, depending on where the timing is sitting. So please do with the fact that, please make do with the fact that you'll hear a gong at the appropriate times based on the timing of your speech or this timing of your table topics or your evaluation. I'll be reading out the rules for each of those. So Toastmaster Day, please do reach out. Please do call out to me to announce what the timing rules are for each of those. Then the last thing I want to talk about is, this being a Toastmasters club, there are certain expectations about the content of your speech. Though it's not a hard and fast rule. You can definitely, we're all grown-ups here. If you want to talk about something that you feel is really close to your heart, please go ahead and do that. But we recommend not talking about sex, politics, and religion, because those tend to bring out emotions and it becomes about the feelings and not the content of your speech. So I'm just going to warn you against that. Other than that, I think we've done enough of rule setting and rules the road establishing. I'm going to hand over charge to the presiding officer, who unfortunately for you is going to be me again as the ranking officer of the club, because nobody else is here. And I was telling people before the meeting, it's been a busy week for everyone. People have not been able to come, but we definitely wanted to have our meeting, because that's one streak we don't want to break. We have our meeting whenever we have a meeting. We don't skip a meeting ever. So we want to have the meeting. So I'll be taking up the role of the presiding officer as well. And I will now call upon some of our guests who attended previous Toastmasters meetings and who are attending a BKC Fireflies meeting for the first time, and ask them what they feel about Toastmasters, how they came to know about it, what the expectations are. So I'm going to start with Cynthia, if she's available. Cynthia, are you there?
Yes, Toastmasters, I am here.
All right. So if you could tell us maybe 2 sentences about yourself, and I think this is you've attended a meeting, this is the second or third meeting you're attending. So
it's the third meeting I'm attending.
Yes, if you tell us a bit about yourself and what you've learned in your 2 or 3 meetings that you've been with us.
Okay, a little bit about myself. I am a female, which obviously is visible. I'm a marketing professional, a marketing and a communications professional working for a multinational American firm called Manpower Group, who's into recruitment. Besides that, I love networking with people. I am a mother of a daughter, age 16, and I live in a joint family in Mumbai. I have a total of around 24 years of experience into the profession that I am, and have been a mentor to a lot of people who have started their business. I have also done my coaching. I am a professional life coach, organization development coach, and executive coach. My expectations out of all these meetings is to improve myself a lot more than what I actually am at this point in time. I don't know how would Toastmaster Sai grade me, but wherever I am, I need to move forward. Secondly, I'd love to interact a lot more with new people, people like you, and learn as much as I can. So my whole expectations is set around learning and developing myself and developing the network that I am a part of. That's about me.
Sounds good. Sounds good. I think you're in the right place when it comes to learning and personal growth. What I noticed, and I think it's pretty obvious, that your profession is older than your daughter. So clearly you have a longer relationship with your profession than with your daughter. It's going to continue until you decide to hang up your boots and say, you know what, the profession can stop and my daughter can catch up. That's what's going to happen. That's what I've been seeing. That's what I can see. All right, let's get I saw Rahul, someone called Rahul D'Souza join us. Rahul, are you there? And
Yes, hi Sai. I'll just
hello,
switch on my video.
are you a Toastmaster? Or are you a
No,
non-Toastmaster?
I'm a non-Toastmaster. This is my first session.
Sounds good. So we're going to give you a choice to say yes or no. The yes
Okay.
is yes, I'll introduce myself, or no, I just want to listen and not be bothered. I just want to observe today. What is your choice?
So I would like to introduce myself and also just observe the session.
So two sentences. You get two sentences to introduce yourself.
Okay, so my name is Rahul. I am working as a sales manager with an MNC company. The reason why I'm want to be part of this group is to improve on my public speaking skills.
Great. Awesome. I'm going to take back the spotlight, and now you can sit back and relax
Sure.
and observe. Uh, Let me maybe check in with Melvin, and then a lot of the rest of the people who are new in this meeting, they're all Toastmasters, so we'll be talking to them throughout the meeting anyway. Melvin, are you available to talk with us for a second?
Yes, I'm available.
All right. So
Walking to the station, so I might not be in a position to put my video on.
that's okay. Just two sentences telling us about yourself.
Hi, I'm Melvin. I am a cybersecurity professional currently working with IDFC First Bank in BKC. I am a father of a 1-year-old son. And my expectations is from Toastmasters is to become a professional Toastmaster somewhere down the line and prepare to give a toast for my closest relatives' wedding, which is coming up.
Oh wow, that is a very clear goal to have from Toastmasters. I would like to give a toast. How much more
Yes,
connected can you be with the club's name itself? Very nice, very nice. And Melvin has attended a bunch of meetings with us. I think this is his third or fourth meeting as well. And Melvin, if I may share what happened last week with you, because it was a win for not just for you, it was also a win for us as Toastmasters.
please.
Sounds good. Sounds good. So what happened, I think maybe 2 weeks ago, was that Melvin was required to speak in front of his company's management, explaining some aspects of his work, and he reached out to someone from our club for assistance. And the person he reached out to his name is Cyril, who's the VP of Education. Cyril also happens to be the district champion for humorous speaking from 2021. And I think they both worked together. They got I don't know what Cyril did or what Melvin learned from him, but I think Melvin's output at that meeting came out much better than what he initially expected. If I'm understanding what he said to us right, and he was able to connect and explain his what he was doing to the CEO of his company and to other managers and stakeholders in his company, which was appreciated greatly by not just his team but the broader team also. So we were super happy because reflected glory. Melvin did the work, but we are taking the credit for it. Thanks, Melvin. All right. So I'm going to now hand charge of the meeting to the Toastmaster of the day, who has one thing going for him. He's very honest about who he is as a person. I asked him, tell me a little bit about yourself. And he says, I forgot what he said. Wait, but it was very interesting. So let me just make sure I get it right, because I don't want to misstate what he said. Oh my goodness. Why did I not remember it? Okay, you know what? Instead of wasting time, I'm just going to ask Toastmaster Rohit to tell the world what he told me. Toastmaster Rohit, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, Sai. The introduction that I gave him was, I love dancing more than running. So that is a fact. And though I'm good at running, not at dancing, but I love dancing more than running. Uh, thank you, Sai. Good evening, Toastmasters. I'll kickstart the proceedings of the meeting. I'm very excited for this meet. So before starting on the meet, I recently saw a TED Talk from Nir Eyal. Anyone knows who's the guy? He's the author of the book Hooked. And before starting his TED Talk, what did he do? He gave a round of applause to all the people who were at the backstage. I would like to start this meeting by encouraging you all to give a big round of applause for all those who made this meeting possible. Toastmaster Sai, Cyril, many more other members, even the founder of Toastmaster, Ralph Smedley. Let's give a big round of applause to the guy who had enabled us to sit here and learn about the whole. I mean, so exciting about that particular guy. Round of applause. So today's theme of the meeting is. Today's theme of the meeting is. Wait, I forgot the theme. Can any
Resolutions are not the solution.
exactly resolutions are not the solution. Resolutions. Is it that we forget after a month? Hopefully, yes. But resolutions are solutions or not, we are gonna find out in a minute or so. Before that, I recently made a resolution. It was as simple as I was discussing this with a fellow speaker. I guess it was Hina or Monica, I do not remember. That my recent resolution was to drink at least 2 glasses of water as soon as I wake up. Very simple resolution, correct? And that is what I inculcated. So, Toastmasters, I would like to ask you all, what resolution have you undertaken recently, or maybe at the start of 2023, or as fresh as a few days ago? Any resolution that you have taken, you can unmute and speak.
I would like to speak.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I took a resolution to speak less and listen more.
Oh, wow. That is very helpful. I mean, very useful. Many more, any other guests or Toastmasters want to speak out their resolution that they have taken?
Me.
Yeah, Cynthia, go ahead.
I took a resolution this year to learn something new constantly, at least one in a week, some new skill or something new. Meet somebody new, learn some new skill once in a week at least.
Great. I hope you are all on that path and running forward to it. So for those who did not get the opportunity to speak, and for those who have spoken, I would like you all to think of an imaginary board, and on the right side of the board, you write down your resolution. Okay, you have done that. And if you're not good at imagination, write it on a book with the help of a pen. Just imagine on the right side. Now imagine the complete opposite of that particular resolution. So let's say if I want to drink water in morning, on the other side, I would complete opposite would be I would like to have refrigerated water only. So extreme opposites. On the right side, it's a good thing. On the left side, it's a bad thing. Have you all imagined that particular thing on a imaginary board? Okay, good. So on the extreme right is a skill that you all aspire to run towards, and on the left that you don't want to become. Correct? So this is just one resolution. In life, you would have multiple resolutions, isn't it? Just think of all those resolutions that you had in the back of your time. Note all those resolutions down on the right side and the complete opposite on the left side. And all this piled up becomes the person you want to become. And on the left side of the board is the person that you absolutely don't want to become. And somewhere in middle, so imagine as a speedometer. So the person that you want to become and the person, oh my arm is hurting, the person that you don't want to become. And somewhere we are an average today, isn't it? We haven't achieved and went to the extreme right, because going from this speed to this speed requires a shift on an accelerator pedal. Correct? And that particular shift is hard. If you fully throttle up, your engine will bore out. And that is where, friends, I would encourage to start with first gear. Slowly and steadily move to the fifth gear. And if you completely accelerate and go to the fifth gear, what would happen? You will bore out. So in life, if you want to move from from this to this, and it is always a slow and steady process. The resolutions is a slow and steady process. Take it slowly and go here, because all we are here is an average. And one more interesting thing, let's say if you ride a car at 60 kilometers per hour consistently, will you cover more distance than riding 100 kilometers per hour and then slowing down to 10, then 100, then 10? In which case you would cover the more distance? It is obviously a consistent speed of 60. So is it bad being an average? I don't think so. It is pretty much good as long as you are not here and somewhere in between, because that keeps the car moving and it will keep you ahead of all your, it will keep you ahead. Why to compare with anyone? It will keep you ahead. So whenever we set a particular resolution, for me, it was very simple, drinking water. For Cynthia, it was to learn new things every week. It's a good resolution. For Rajvi, it was, oh God, I
Speak
forgot.
less, speak less and listen more.
Listen more. Yeah, so you have to keep on remembering your resolution, correct? So be optimistic and set your resolution. Don't be so much optimistic that you imagine that you can see a 20-minute Netflix movie in less than 5 minutes. That's not a good optimism, isn't it? You don't have to bore out. You have to be consistent, start small, and keep going ahead. With this thought, consistency versus intensity, what you choose, I leave with a question. And with this, I'll start the proceedings officially of the meeting, and I would introduce the backbone for which we all applauded at the start of the meeting, Toastmaster Sai, as the timer for the day. I would invite him to speak about the timing guidelines.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Rohit, as the TMOD. My job as the timer is to show and report the timing of all the prepared speeches, evaluations, and table topics of the meeting. We're going to rely a lot on technology in this meeting. Please note that my screen is split into two. The screen you will hear a gong at the appropriate times for your specific segment of the meeting. If you're doing table topics, it'll be at the right time. If you're doing the other speeches, it'll be at the right times. So please listen for it. I'm not sure the colors are going to change correctly or not, but I'm going to do my best to get it right. Other than that, for prepared speeches, here are the timing guidelines. A prepared speech has to be between 5 to 7 minutes. The screen you'll hear a gong at the 5th minute to let you know that the minimum amount of time that you need to speak has been covered. 6 minutes to let you know that your time is ending. 7 minutes is when you hear one more gong, which will tell you that the upper limit of your time has been reached. And then you get 30 seconds on grace on either side in order to qualify to be voted as the best speaker of the evening. Back to you, table topics. Toastmaster Patil.
Thank you, Sai. We have to rely a lot more on the technology today. What about the R counter, Sai? Who is the R counter for the day?
The table topics master has also agreed to be the R counter. Thanks.
Hi, Pallavi.
Hello, hi Rohit.
Can you please explain the role of an R counter for the day?
Yeah. Okay. Good evening, everyone. I'm Toastmaster Pallavi, the R counter for this meeting, 108 of 5 files. The club name? Right? Can I know the club name?
It is BKC Fireflies.
BKC Fireflies. Okay, thank you. So As the art counter, my duty is to note any overused words or pillar sounds, pauses used as a crutch by anyone who speaks during the meeting, like this are, and repetitive uses like but, so, you know, and so on. So it's an appeal to you all. Please use less crutch sounds, and I will be there, vigilant enough, and record each and every thing in my sheet. And I want my sheet to be blank at the end when the general evaluator calls me for the report. Thank you, and over to you.
Thank you. Hopefully my line item, I would ensure it remains blank. I would now like to call AD, AD Jai Singh to explain the word of the day and the grammarian's role. Jai,
Good evening. Yeah, thank you. Good evening, presiding officer, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and future Toastmasters. Today, my role as a grammarian is to note down the good or need to improve usage of words and sentences. A part of that, my responsibility is to take care to share the word of the day and phrase of the day with all of you so that we can have one more word, one more phrase in our bucket. With this, let me share the word of the day. Word of the day is procure. Means to acquire or obtain. Example, she managed to procure her degree. Anyone who want to try? Okay. So now phrase of the day. Phrase of the day is to do something with flying colors. Example, Michelle passed her driving test with flying colors. Word of the day, procure. Phrase of the day, to do something with flying colors. Anyone who want to try?
You did your job as the grammarian with you. You did your job as the grammarian with flying colors. No, I didn't get that right.
Perfect. Thank you. With this,
thank you.
if
Yeah.
someone is using it, please show the thumbs up or emotions. That will motivate the others also to use. And let me tell you, if you use it, only then you can remember it. Otherwise, it will be just a time pass for you. So utilize it. Thank you. And over to you, Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Toastmaster Jay. Now, the first segment of our meet, the prepared speeches. We have three wonderful speakers, ladies, who will be speaking for the day. So our first speaker, Dr. Rajvi Dave. She is a fitness and life coach, and she has been part of Toastmaster Club Baroda since January. I would like to call her evaluator Riddhi to share the speech type evaluation guideline for her speech.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rohit. Hello and good evening, fellow Toastmasters. I'm Toastmaster Riddhi, and I will be evaluating speech of Toastmaster Rajvi, who is pursuing her pathway effective coaching, level 1, project 4. Its evaluation and feedback speech first. The purpose of this project is to practice applying feedback, and the member can present a speech and receive feedback from the evaluator. The speech can be of any topic of the speaker's choice. All the best to my speaker, Toastmaster Rajvi. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Rohit.
Thank you, Riddhi. Toastmaster Rajvi, keys to amazing morning. Toastmaster Rajvi, keys to amazing morning.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Rohit. So, if you want to achieve your dreams, what is the first thing that you have to do? Anyone? I'll tell you.
Planning.
Wonderful, wonderful answer. So first thing we have to do is planning, but even before planning, one thing that you have to do is wake up. So good evening, everyone. I am Dr. Rajvi, and today we are going to discuss how to plan your morning so you can procure the benefits of having a wonderful life. So what is the first thing that you should do to make your mornings amazing? The first thing that you can do is wake up at the same time. How many of you, please just raise your hand. How many of you raise your, wake up at the same time every day? Okay, Toastmaster Riddhi does, Sai does, wonderful. Okay, Shashi does, okay, that's great, amazing. So most of us do not do that. As a doctor, I would like to tell you, there is a circadian rhythm in our body that manages the sleep cycle, hormones, digestion, everything, and your stress levels. When you don't wake up at the same time and when you sleep at different times, what happens is this rhythm is disturbed. And we all know what happens when the rhythms are disturbed in our relationships or our body or anything. So take a note of waking up at the same time. Now, I had this habit. When I woke up, I just took my phone and started scrolling. What is happening around the world? And I should know that. In future, I may become the Prime Minister. So I should know what, if anybody is getting married or going out for a tour. So what happened? As soon as I did that, I was always in a stressed out mode. Because the first thing that I'm feeding my mind is this person got married, this person is in Europe, and what I'm doing is I'm sitting here on my bed doing nothing. I realized this, I am a voracious reader. I read it somewhere. Please don't do that. Your mind is in the highest energy state when you wake up. What do you want to feed your mind? Do you want to feed about someone else's news? Then I realized the best thing that I can do is just sit on my bed for a while, not sleeping again while sitting. Okay. Just sitting for a while and taking hold of the situation. Let my mind be awake completely. The next thing, and this resonates with today's theme as well, and that is the second thing that I did is hydrate myself. Now, we don't set alarms to wake up at night and drink water. But our body is getting dehydrated. Each and every process in our body requires water. And we are completely dehydrated for 7 to 8 hours. So as Toastmaster Rohit mentioned, wake up and drink water. This habit has helped me immensely. Trust me on that. It could help you and do wonders for you. So have warm water. You can go up to 4 glasses with short breaks. Once you're done with that, you feel good. Your body is hydrated. You have done something good for your body just in the beginning of your day. Then the next part that comes, which most of us are in love with, is exercise. And that was sarcasm if someone did not get it. So, but you just had a lot of water and now you cannot work out, right? You don't want the water to come out this way. So sit for a while, and the best way to use your time is be thankful for all the things that you have in your life. Show gratitude, thank for your blessings, and see how your day goes ahead. You'll just feel wonderful for your life. And if you still have time, if you still don't want to work out for a couple of minutes, you can just meditate for 10 minutes, for 15 minutes. So you are now calm. You are in a state where you know what is happening. You are not on an autopilot. Jumping to exercise now. How many of you like exercising? Sai does. Okay. Rohit, wonderful. Riddhi, I did not expect so many people. Shashi does. Wonderful. Wonderful. Can you see the linkages here? People who are waking up on time and drinking water are also exercising. So one good habit leads to other. Right? So exercise, go for exercise that you like. It could be yoga, it could be running, it could be strength training. I was a very lazy person and I'm not proud of that. But as soon as I started exercising, I saw a lot of changes in my body. It did not just change my body, it led to changing of my profession as well. So I am a dentist by education and I became a health and lifestyle coach. I felt if this could benefit me, this could benefit the world. So these are the few habits, 5 habits I enlisted that could help you change your mornings. We'll just summarize them once again. The first one is waking up on time. Can anybody tell me what was the second one? Before that, Rohit, something was there before that.
Drinking water.
Before that, Pallavi?
Your dreams.
Yeah.
Your dreams, how to achieve them, right?
So yeah, correct. So you're sitting for a while thinking about your dreams and how to achieve them. So sit and don't take your phone. Okay. Then going to hydration. After hydration, gratitude and meditation. And the last one would be to exercise. Do text me if anybody notices the benefits of exercising. Please do let me know. And once you start with these 5 habits, take as a resolution for your life, as that is the theme of today. And take one thing at a time. As TM Rohit mentioned, you can just improvise on one habit, have one glass of water, sit for meditation for 5 minutes, go out for walk for 5 minutes and see the changes it brings to your life. And I'm very sure this would help you change your life and achieve your dreams with flying colors. And you will be able to get hold of all the stress and anxiety and procure a wonderful state of mind. So that is all from my end. Thank you very much for listening to me and have a wonderful evening ahead.
That was an excellent speech, Rajvi. Those 5 habits, out of which one I'm planning to inculcate, rest for sooner or later I'll inculcate. You're on mute.
Yeah, just a second. Sai, we did not hear anything. Otherwise, I was actually thinking, is my time up or not?
Oh,
so I actually extended 2 to 3 sentences thinking it's not still 5 minutes.
Were you not able to see my screen? I'm so sorry about that.
No, we were not.
But it was changing. I mean, it was red.
It was changing. Even it was visible. I thought.
Oh, is it because my audio was muted? Maybe because my audio was muted, the gong couldn't be heard. I could hear the gong. I didn't know.
Yeah, because I was actually looking forward for the gong because I was looking at myself. I was pinned. So did not even see I was beyond time.
I'll take that into consideration. I'll keep your time at 7:30 in that case.
Thank
approval of the TMOD. I would, yeah, I'll leave my audio unmuted so that everybody can hear. Sorry about that.
No issues.
Okay, let's move on. Our speaker number 2, Monica. Monica, can I have her on spotlight? Right. Just a second. So, Monica, hi. Are you excited for your speech?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So, as an enthusiastic person who is hungry to learn new things, Monica, and she's a member of Toastmaster since Jan 22. And she started her journey with Sergeant and Arms, and now she's a vice president education of her club. So kudos to you, Monica, and all the very best. Before it, I would like to call her evaluator, Shashi. to read out the speech objective.
Very good evening, fellow Toastmasters and the guests. I, Toastmaster Shashi from RG Orators. I'm here to evaluate the speech of Monica. Her pathway is innovative planning. Speech title is Leadership Style, Project 1, Level 2. Purpose of this project is for the member to identify her primary leadership style or styles. And her speech purpose is for the members to share some aspects of her primary leadership style or discuss leadership styles in general. Over to you, Monica.
Thank you, Shashi, for her objective. Monica, Toastmaster Monica, leadership styles, Toastmaster Monica.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. A leader who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. Good evening, Toastmaster of the day. Today, I'm here to tell you about my leadership style. Let me share a story. When I was in 7th semester, I had to make a mega project with a group of 5 members, and I had a good technical knowledge of coding compared to other members. And I'm also a calm person and good listener. I also have the quality of prioritizing tasks. So I was chosen as a team leader of our group. It was my first job as a leader. While leading the project, I realized only technical knowledge is not enough to become a good leader. I lack at core points. And you know what are they? Effective communication, presentation skills, public speaking. All are the crucial points to be a good leader. I realized it. And I spoke to my cousin. He told me about the Toastmasters. Immediately, I searched about the Toastmasters and I joined the club. Speakers Community Toastmaster of the club. I became the member in the January 2020 when I was in 8th semester. To be a good communicator, I had to overcome my fear of public speaking. I began my journey with Toastmasters, a journey to become a good leader. On 28th February, I broke an ice and delivered my first speech, that is the ice-breaking speech. And slowly, I started to break all of my fears of the public speaking. Today, I am the VP of our club. But before that, I was the son. And it was a wonderful journey when I was the son. Let me ask you, what are the points of the good leader?
Listening skills.
Time management.
Right. Okay. Yes, these are the skills. But let me tell you about my journey. A good leader who is flexible, adopt his or her leadership styles based on the situation. And the person who is supportive, great organized, who is having great organizational skills, management skills. And you know, when I was a son, what are the points I learned as a son? Here are the some of the points that I observed as a SAR. The TLTP was the leadership training program, and it was my first training to becoming a good leader. I realized a good leader speaks very well. A good leader is a good mentor. I got trained from highly skilled SAR. Then at TLTP, I handle the registration of the members. And wow, it was all about the coordinating. My management skills were improved, and I became a good team player. As a SAR, my president asked me to put up the videos on the YouTube. Also asked me to edit and merge the videos. And that time, I was clueless about it. So I reached to our PR, that is the Toastmaster Sherin. Toastmaster Sherin taught me supportiveness. A great leader always supports. As I juggle the speaker role and SAR role and the ZM role, that is the Zoom Master, I'm sorry. Then I began to understand my strength as a person. A good leader is a good and a strong person. Also, watching my ExCom members having made me to understand as a leader is all about the standing out together, no matter what it is. As I said in the beginning, a good leader is someone who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. I strive to be that kind of leader. Likewise, I am on the way to become a good leader with the help of Toastmasters. Don't you agree? Don't you agree with me, Toastmasters?
Yes.
Thank you. Over to you.
Wonderful, wonderful, Monica. That was a great speech. Monica, were you able to see the timing screen? Was there any issue? No, now?
Maybe.
No issues, no issues. So let's introduce our third speaker, Toastmaster Hina. So Toastmaster Hina has won championships. So she's a microbiologist. She's member of 2 online clubs. Currently, she's serving as a Vice President Education Cloud 122 Toastmaster Club, and also a Vice President Public Relation in Bitty Birch Toastmaster Club. He has achieved first position in the area level humorous competition, and now she's going to compete in division. All the very best, Hina. And now I would like to call her evaluator, Kalpana ji, Toastmaster Kalpana, to read out her speech objectives.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day. Toastmaster Hina today is presenting her humorous speech. She's actually aiming to participate in the HSC that is upcoming at her club area and district level, and has sought out BKCFF, that is BKC Fireflies, as her platform to gain an insight, rather procure an insight into a humorous speech with a feedback that she can apply so that she can pass with flying colors when it comes to the competition. I now hand over the stage back to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Rohit.
Thank you, Kalpana. Sai, do you have any thing to?
Yes, I want to ask the speaker if she wanted me to turn off the recording so that it doesn't get circulated.
No problem. No issues.
So do you want the recording on or off or paused?
On.
It's
We
fine.
can carry on with on. Yeah.
Okay, sounds
No
good.
issue.
That's all.
Also, in a confirm, are you able to see the timer screen?
You can pin my screen if you want.
My timing is accurate. So I paint as well. I can see you.
Okay. Toastmaster Hina, lives of wives. Life of wives, Toastmaster Hina.
Earthquake bring tragedies without any prior intimation. Volcanoes erupted and eliminated lives without any prior intimation. Tsunami bring catastrophes without any prior intimation. Men and women knotted in marriage without any prior intimation. Contestants, fellow Toastmasters, and judges. All disasters happen without any prior intimation. Wives face many disasters in their lives. Half of their life is spent seeking a man, and the remaining life is spent seeking his WhatsApp messages. I got married in 2010 without any prior training in spying. Though my husband always says that females don't need any training in spying, this quality is already installed in them by instinct. But I'm compelled to inquire due to his little answers. Like once he talked to his sister for more than half an hour. I asked, you were laughing, and you were laughing loud most of the time. What was she saying? He only replied, nothing special. I often frustrated and asked him, why did you give me such a tiny answers? He smiled and replied, honey, because I am an introvert person. Introvert? He calls to office colleague for not less than 10 minutes. He calls his college fellows for not less than 20 minutes. And there is limitless gossips when he calls to any of the Toastmasters. And for me, I am an introvert. In the starting days after the marriage, he was very loving and disciplined. He often gave me gifts and returned back home on time. However, after some time, I directly feel the change in his behavior. No gifts when after many weeks. Also, he started to come late. Sometimes he was 5 minutes late. Sometimes he was 10 minutes late. Whenever he was late, the pressure of my blood went so high that I feel it will come out of my eyes. All of you do understand that it is his fault that he never gave me any prior intimation. So you can understand the result. However, the regular fights did not affect him. Besides, he started to concentrate more on himself. New shoes, new dresses, new perfumes become his routine. He also sang songs without giving me any attention. I inquired him about the change, and he replied, honey, because I had promoted, and the new position required me to be a well-dressed officer. Promotion? But whenever I told him to increase my monthly pocket money, he always replied, "Sweetie, you see, our expenses are rapidly increasing." Let me tell you that, unfortunately, men are not properly fostered. They are not aware of any household chores. And after marriage, it is very difficult to train them. I always give a list of groceries to my husband. And if I forgot anything, I do tell him when he is going out of the gate. Also bring egg and butter. But he often ignores my shouting. Consequently, he has to visit the market again. He doesn't even do the small things. Like if I told him to bring coriander, he bring mint. If I told him to bring cauliflower, cabbage. Dear audience, hopefully now you understand that the life of wife is very, very tough in our society. However, there are countless blessings and happiness as well that help us ignore all of these adversities. Such a long list of happiness cannot be shared in 5 minutes. I'll try to share them sometimes in the future.
Rohit, I think we lost Toastmaster Hina.
So have a clue. Now we lost her. So, it was an honor to hear Toastmaster Hina and Toastmaster's Kalpana's evaluation. I'm too eager to listen. I'm just excited. So should we wait for her or should we carry on to our next segment?
We can carry on.
Yeah. After such a wonderful speech segment, now we move on to call upon table topic master Pallavi. And before that, I would like to call the timer to share the time guidelines for TT.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Rohit. The speaker one, Toastmaster Rajvi, took 7 minutes, 30 seconds. The second speaker, Toastmaster Monica, took 6 minutes. And Toastmaster Hina took 7 minutes to finish her speech. So all three speakers have qualified to be voted as the best speaker for the evening. In terms of table topics, okay, I'll wait for the table topics master to call me for that.
Table topic master Pallavi, over to you.
Am I visible and audible properly? Okay. Hello and good evening, everyone sitting here, the Toastmasters and guests, if any. I am Toastmaster Pallavi from RG Orators Toastmaster Club and your table topic master of the day. Table topics, it's an impromptu session. And the second segment of a Toastmasters meeting. It's an interesting session which will provide us a chance to the Toastmasters and guests to sharpen their learning, thinking, organizing, and then delivering skills on the spot. Speakers are requested to listen to their topic carefully. Take a pause of 5 to 7 minutes, 7 seconds, and then speak their heart out. The timer will start the timing device on your first verbal and non-verbal movement. The timing guidelines will be for the table topics. Speakers, time allotted is 1 to 2 minutes. Green card will be displayed at 1 minute. Yellow will be displayed at 1 minute 30 seconds, and the red card will be displayed at 2 minutes. I hope all have understood the timing guidelines, and 30 seconds grace time will be there in the higher side. The speakers has to speak for minimum 1 minute to qualify for the voting. All the speakers are requested to use the word of the day, procure, and the phrase of the day, flying colors. Now let's seize the day and select our diverse and diligent speakers. So anyone want to volunteer?
I would love to.
Who is it?
Rajvi.
Rajvi. Okay. So Toastmaster Rajvi is spotlighted. Yeah. Can you see the timer cards?
No.
Please pin my screen if possible, Toastmaster Rajvi.
Wait,
And
I'm not able to.
Who will be keeping my timing? Is it Miss? I am having only 4 topics, but if somebody.
I'll let you know if you're running ahead of time.
Okay, I'll ask you. Okay.
Yep.
I cannot still see the
timer card.
Timer card, yeah. I think that was the problem.
You can pin size window.
Yeah, I can see him.
You can pin that. Right. There are 3 dots there.
Yeah, but it is just showing me the option to chat. I don't know why. I was earlier getting this option to pin him or pin anybody, but right now it's just chat.
Actually, it will show in the bar also.
So let me remove spotlighting. Maybe that now you can pin me.
1 second.
Or you can switch to
yeah. Now I could pin you. That's true. Yeah. Are you showing the cards?
Yeah, I have 4 colors. Rajvi, can you see the color?
Yeah. So shall I pin you?
No, not me. You can only side. Yeah.
Because size window is half blank for me still.
Okay.
That's the timing colors will change.
Timing color will display there only.
Okay, fine.
That is the card. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Now, which color you want to choose?
The yellow one.
Yellow one. Okay. So Toastmaster Rajvi, your topic is, from the surveys, we get like 16 to 20% of the people are able to follow their resolutions from a survey. Your topic is now, Toastmaster Rajvi, why do people fail in following their resolutions? Why do people fail in following their resolutions? Toastmaster Rajvi. Over to you.
All right. So there is a saying, resolutions are made to be broken. The reason why people do this is because they are not very firm on it. And they take it too lightly or are too optimistic. Like, let's say I take a resolution, if I'm overweight, if I'm 100 kgs, I take a resolution to lose those 40 kgs in this year. So that is a very high optimism. And when it doesn't happen, when you don't see results in the first 15 days or 1 month, you lose that optimism. The second reason is people don't plan well. I have failed in this aspect many times, and after many falls, I have learned to plan and procure my resolutions. I was able to achieve them. So one is planning and one is not being very firm on that. Otherwise, if people do plan, if people follow it step by step, if people are patient, patience is one more thing which people lack. So if people are patient, I think they will be able to achieve that with flying colors. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rajvi. Sai, can you switch on your mic? I think then only the gong will be, yeah.
Were you able to hear the gong the previous time?
No,
No, not this time. During the speaking, during the prepared speeches.
no, I also didn't.
I think the gong audio is not going through, so I need to figure out how to do that. But
Or
When
you
you're
can show
sharing your
thumb,
screen,
when you are just changing the cards, you can show a thumb or something like that. You can show something.
or when you are sharing your screen, you need to share it along with the sound. That is when then everybody else can hear the sound.
I'm not sharing my screen. It's just my camera. It's just my. I need to. This is not the typical.
Yeah, not that.
Yeah.
You can understand. It's okay. But moving to our next speaker. So our guest Cynthia, am I correct? Okay, would you like to speak?
Yes, I don't mind.
Sure. So guest Cynthia, your topic is focus on the resolution, not the problem. No, I'm so sorry. Focus on the solution, not the problem. Focus on the solution, not the problem. Guest Cynthia, over to you.
Okay, when you so great, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. When you focus on the solution and not the problem, you get a variety of options opened up to you in order to resolve this problem that is at hand. When you focus on the problem, you start getting completely blocked in your mind, and your mind does not open up to the kind of solutions that may be possible for a given problem. So it is very important to focus on the solution, because that also helps you drive results in a much better manner as compared to if you are focusing on the problem. I think that's about it. I don't have anything
Can you
else to
till
say.
1 minute? It's okay.
Okay, so
You can give any example also.
yeah, so focusing on the solution actually also helps you become a better person, a better leader, a better team member, because a lot of people come to leaders with a problem in hand, but never with the alternate solutions. So what happens with that is it becomes difficult for the team together to grow. So it is important to focus on the solutions rather than the problem. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. And I have removed the red one for you. Already done that. The next speaker will be Rahul. Guest Rahul is there. Zoom Master, can you help me?
I am trying to. I've asked guest Rahul to turn on his video. So
Okay.
we'll give it a few seconds. Maybe he's
Yeah,
busy.
yeah, sure.
Maybe you can move on to somebody else since he's not responding.
Okay. Kalpana, Toastmaster Kalpana. If she wants to speak.
Yeah, tell me. Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Can she be spotlighted? Okay. I
Hi.
have two colors. Can you see that?
No, because of your background.
Okay, it's pink and blue.
One is blue
And pink.
blue and pink. Yes, I was constantly saying white. Yes, tell me.
Okay, you want blue?
Right. Blue is my favorite color anyways, so I'll go with blue.
Okay, sure. So New Year resolutions can be a helpful tool for a personal growth and our self improvement, I should say. So, Kalpana, Toastmaster Kalpana, your topic is, do you agree that resolution helps us in self-betterment? Do you agree that resolution helps us in self-betterment? Toastmaster Kalpana.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, guests, and all the participants or role players who are present here. Resolutions. Yes, they do help us to achieve what we want to an extent as far as we are disciplined in ensuring that they are a practice of every day. Let me tell you how I treat my resolutions. I took a resolutions to wake up early. Well, you know why? Because I'm an owl and I decided to become a crow. And I realized it was difficult. None of the alarms of none of the wild horses could actually drag me out of my bed. And I was so resolute that no matter what, it will hit my pride, my ego, if I don't adhere to my resolution, if I give up on my resolution. So doggedly, I continued. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Huh. I couldn't. I seriously couldn't. I wasted half of my life from my school days to my college days to my married life till I came across an article that read and that told that there are people who are actually owls. Hey, I said, that's me. I have to keep an alarm to keep me awake at nights. And I have to keep an alarm that tells me, hey, Kalpana, go to sleep. This is who you are. That day I learned one thing. Make resolutions that are apt. Find out who you are from your inner demands so that you cope up, so that you don't criticize yourself, you don't go negative and you don't start comparing others who go to gym with that dolly shole and with those early birds who will wake up and say caw, 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 and you wonder, oh my God, let me sleep. So resolutions are a must, but according to your inner system, decide on them, develop them, and be resolute about your winning at your own life and your own dreams. Over to you, table topic master.
Great. Thank you so much. I can relate with that I'm out. The next speaker, Toastmaster Sai, would you like to speak?
Sure. Give me 1 second. I need to fix the timer first. All right. Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. Is resolution a solution? It's topic to Toastmaster Sai. Toastmaster Sai, is resolution a solution? Toastmaster Sai.
Resolution is not a solution. A resolution is a crutch. It's a way for you to guardrail yourself from doing things that you're naturally tending to do. For example, Speaker Pallavi said, Speaker Kalpana said that she is a night owl and she was using a resolution to become somebody that she was not. So clearly, the reason why resolutions don't work is because they're not part of your authentic self unless you really, really want to be that person. And that can only happen in increments. You cannot, for example, want to say that I don't read books, but this year my resolution is to read 52 books, 1 book per week. It's just not possible. It's just not the kind of people. You cannot go from being a non-book reader to being a person who reads a book a week with resolutions. Resolutions are just a placeholder for the person you want to become. They are an end goal, the north pole towards which you're heading. And from that perspective, resolutions are not a solution. They're just a metric. They're just an end goal towards which you are aspiring to reach, And I think that if you understand the nature of resolutions. If you don't treat them as the solution to your laziness or the solution to your lack of will, but realize that a resolution is a destination that you're going to reach eventually, you might at some point get there. For example, with weight loss, you cannot expect to lose a certain number of pounds or kilos in a year. But if you decide that your resolution is not to lose weight, but to become healthier, weight loss will become an outcome of that. Similarly, with becoming more well-rounded and reading more. If you decide that I'm going to read the newspaper today, and over the next 2 years, I'm going to start reading books. Firstly, I'm going to read nonfiction, then fiction. Eventually, I'm going to become something like that. I think that is the difference in scoping it and thinking about it that we all need to consider when it comes to making resolutions. Imagine your end goal. Make a resolution that you want to be that end person, and let your life take you there, because that's a far more natural way of evolving as human beings. And that's what I want to say about resolutions. Back to you, Table Topics Master.
Thank you so much. A lot of conflicts over there on resolutions. So do I have some more time to take one more speaker?
I think we're running really close. I think we should probably move on to evaluations.
Okay. Okay, so let's wind up. Oh, may I know all the speakers are qualified?
Yes, all speakers were
All
within
table topic speakers.
Yes, all the
Do
speakers.
we have the system of voting?
We will be doing the voting at the end. Our voting,
At the end. Okay.
all the votes at the end.
Okay. Okay, thank you. So it's Pallavi signing off, and it's here. I come to the end of my session. We will meet at the voting session. So let's move forward for the evaluation session. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
Thank you, Pallavi, for such a wonderful TTM. And it was bang on the theme. And I, in fact, got to know more insights, what people think about resolutions, like Kalpana, Sai, and other speakers, Cynthia. They have very, very good perspective about resolutions. And thank you for cherry on the cake, like a concept. You did that. Now I would move on to the third interesting segment of our meet, which is evaluations. And evaluations would be done by the general evaluator, and Saurabh Patil is our general evaluator.
ठीक है, डॉक्टर ने सर्जरी करने के लिए बोला है. Okay, thank you.
You're on mute, Saurabh. So I would like to speak more about Saurabh. Saurabh, I guess it is his first general evaluation segment, and Saurabh is a very attentive member of BKC Fireflies. So Saurabh, I wish you very best for this particular journey as a general evaluator. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day, Rohit. Well, this is my second general evaluation. I think my first was in some other club. Yes, overall, we had very good speeches, quite impactful, and it is amazing to see new members in the community to come up. So we'll start with the evaluations. Can we have the timer for the evaluations timing?
Yes, let me just quickly do that. Evaluations are expected to be between 2 to 3 minutes. The cards will turn green at 2, yellow at 2:30, and red at 3, with 30 seconds grace on either side of the evaluations in order to qualify for voting. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, timer, for the timing guidelines. So let's start with the evaluations. Let me invite evaluator 1, to evaluate the speech 1 that we had today. Evaluator 1, Ritisha, kindly let us know your evaluations for the speaker 1.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator. Yes, I'm back with my evaluation. May I have Toastmaster Rajvi as well? Is she there still?
I don't believe she's in the meeting. I don't see.
She's there. Yeah.
Oh,
thank you.
Yeah.
The journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. We all know this famous quote, right? And step by step, we move forward towards our goal, towards our aim, right? So Toastmaster Rajvi, as the title of her speech, Keys to Amazing Morning, she definitely included all the keys that are needed for that amazing morning. And I must congratulate to say that Toastmaster Rajvi had already procured her amazing mornings. The clarity of your voice was amazing. Your spoken language was very clear and understandable to all the people. Eye contact and hand gestures were apt. Audience engagement was too good. You started your speech with a question, even waited for audience to answer and acknowledged who all answered. And the very most important thing of a speaker, of a good speaker, is definitely the audience engagement, and that catches the interest of audience. So you did that very well. Kudos to you. The context of your speech was very well crafted. The chronological order and the structure, composition of your speech was again very good. Coming to the recommendation, I would like to say 2 recommendations. One thing, that you were giving your speech while seated. It would be of great impact if you would have stood up and given your speech, and even moved from one place to another to occupy the stage area. So that would create more impact. And the another thing, when you said in your keys, let the person, as soon as they wake up, they start seeing their phone, right? So even I do that thing. What I was looking for, one thing, that this acts as a barrier to many people. We all know we should not do that, but still we do. So I was looking at what helps in avoiding that thing. So that incident, or that resistance, how we avoid that thing, would help more to understand, to actually implement your keys. So that was what I was looking for. In all nutshell, your confidence was too good. Your enthusiasm was again very good. So just with this 2 recommendation, you will fly out with your colors. You will pass out with your flying colors. Thank you, and back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Evaluator 1, Riddhi, for the wonderful evaluation. Moving on over to the second evaluation, I invite Evaluator 2, Shashi Ranjan, to please give your evaluation on Speaker 2.
Sashi, can you please hold on for 1 second? I'll give you a thumbs up and then you can start your evaluation. I need to make sure the timing is done correctly. Give me 1 second, I'm almost done. And all right, good to go.
Please spotlight Monica.
Yes, let me do that as well. Yes.
Speaker Monica, your beginning was very impressive. You connected with audience by telling story, your personal journey of leadership. Voice modulation was there. You were interactive with the audience, and hand movements was also there. There was also the take-home message also was there that was a good leader who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. Some recommendation from my side is, I found too much pauses in your speech, and lack of confidence was also there. I couldn't find gestures. It was not seen there. My suggestion is, try to be more confident for next time. Overall, you were amicable speaker who is aware of your leadership style or styles. All the best for your future. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Evaluator 2, for the wonderful evaluation. Now we move on to our last evaluator for the prepared speeches. I request Evaluator 3, Kalpana ma'am, to give your evaluation for our third speaker speech.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator. I've heard of a quote, marriage is like a box of chocolate. You buy it and you'll regret it. You don't buy it, you'll regret it. But that box of chocolate today turned into a series of calamities, natural calamities. And marriage itself was compared to a natural calamity. Your start was bang on. I enjoyed it. I liked, and I was so much into your voice modulation. I liked the way when you said your husband's voice, you know, what's up, procedures? Why did you give me the tiny response? These things brought me and realized that your voice modulation was bang on. Each and every incident brought on to every housewife that is present here a jingle in their mind of the situations that they have all coped with. So you visually actually painted everyday tsunamis, volcanoes, and you know the earthquakes that actually happens in a married life. So kudos to you with that for that. And punchlines, you had some really good punchlines. But as every speech, there are always some recommendations. What I would have enjoyed here was if you had given us some of your frustrations, some of your insight into how do you now want to cope up, because in the speech there is a flow. You have given the examples. I was waiting for some more that will tell me, give me an idea that, oh yeah, this is what now she's thinking. This is what she's concluding. Like you could have said, you know what I'm doing as a housewife to cope up? I have entered into a lot of WhatsApp women's group who are lost housewives, you know, for example, WhatsApp groups of bereaved housewives, you know, and I'm trying to ask them, what is the solution? How do we raise the sons of our mother-in-laws? They are also children to us. Another thing is add a quote. There should have been some quote on marriage or some quote on the way the wives are actually coping up with current situations. It would have really, really helped. And how perhaps as a housewife, the solution of you was perhaps to take some money out of his pocket that was there so that you can actually run the household because you were not given the pocket money, right? Certain tie-ups of certain loose ends that I found because I was looking for a message. I was looking for a conclusion. I was looking for you to tell me, despite all the volcanic eruptions, every day we rebuild our lives because that is what happens when a catastrophe happens. So make that box of chocolate an edible one. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Evaluator Kalpana ma'am, for such a wonderful evaluation and pointing out a few pointers. Now, I request the grammarian to give the report for the prepared speakers or for the overall speakers.
Okay, give me a second. Please allow me to share my screen.
It's done.
Now, yes, thank you. Is it visible to all of you?
Yes.
Perfect, thank you. General evaluators and fellow Toastmasters. Now I'm back and thank you for accommodating because in early stage, I was not able to switch on my camera and I was not able to share my screen to share the word of the day and phrase of the day with all of you. Now let me go ahead. So I hear and I forget, I see and I remember, I do and I understand. Confucius said this. So today, word of the day and phrase of the day, whoever have used will remember for a long term. Now, let me repeat. Word of the day was procure. Phrase of the day, to do something with flying colors. Who used it? Word of the day was used by Rajvi and phrase of the day was used by Sai, Rajvi, Kalpana, Riddhi. Might be few more used, then I missed it. So congratulations to all of you who have added one word of the day and phrase in your bucket. Thank you. Now, good usage of the English. Here I would like to highlight one thing. So all the analysis which I did, that is the best of my capability, my understanding. With this, let me proceed. Bunch of meetings. Here the many meetings, which we don't want to count. So we said it's a bunch of meeting. Possess means acquire. Slow and steady process. Working step by step. Intensity, extreme degree of strength, force or feeling. Vigilant, careful and looking out for the danger. Autopilot, to do something without informing. Example, there's no any intervention required and things are working without putting any efforts. Like once we have the habit to drink a water early morning, then after some time we no need to take care. Our body will automatically go to our kitchen, we warm the water and then drink it. It means autopilot. Calm, not excited, worried or angry. Calm and composed, as most of the Toastmasters are when the situation is not in control. Juggling, the activity of trying to manage life or job. When there are so many tasks and we want to switch from one task to other frequently based on the needs, then we use juggling. Sort out, search for and find. Catastrophe, an event that caused great difficulty, disappointment, like the tsunamis and others. Aspiring, to have a strong desire to have or do something. Gardening, looking after a garden. However, today we have used it to seed the idea in our mind or to form a habit. Cherry on the cake, nice good. Something that makes something that is already good even better or perfect. In a nutshell, very briefly, giving only the main points. Amicable, made or done in a friendly way without argument. Marriage is a box of chocolate, one more nice good. Popping up, to appear or happen when you are not expecting it. Now let's go for points which we can improve. Someone said constantly, I'm working on it. It should be consistently we work on it. Have you all imagined the task you already done? Have you all imagined? Shift escalator. So here we want to press the escalator or push the escalator. Shifting means from one topic to other, like gear shiftings. Can you please? No any mistake, but could be a better. Could you please? I'm dentist by education. However, today you are dentist by profession. I'm sorry about it. Several times we use it. We could avoid it and then use the better words, better combination like thank you for information or thank you for informing me. My screen was not visible to you and avoid it. Crucial points. Here we want to say how many components were really important or crucial for the leadership. So these are not the points. These are the components to build that week. Okay. So flexible. Flexible is also correct. However, the better could be in current. Dictionary is agile. A leader must be agile with the situation. I have put these two quotes here. The reason being in a Toastmaster, you want to use the quote, you have to also use and learn to take the name who said it, to give the credit to the author. A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. said by John C. Maxwell. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, said by Lao Tzu. So always remember it will help you in your speech contest as well. There is always some recommendation. We cannot say there is always some recommendation. We can say there is always a scope of improvements. How we could improve it. That, in my opinion, looks better. As a grammarian, I want to share one tip of the week. Today we are using so many words like hard, hate, interesting. We can try to find the synonymous or more near words which suit to our situation. Let us take an example of small. Small could be little, teeny, tiny, measure, bitsy, scarred. So many options we are having. Nice, friendly, polite, affable, pleasant, good natured. Next time, whenever you try putting these words in your script, try to find the definitely the second most important point. That might could help you to increase your vocab also. With this, let me give the control back to our channel evaluator. Thank you and over to you.
Thank you so much for the detailed evaluation, grammarian. So I invite now to our counter to give the report for everyone who spoke. Our counter, over to you.
Hello, I'm back again. I'm Toastmaster Pallavi, ready with my report. I wanted a blank page at the end, but I have filled a half of my bag with the ahs and ums. So I'm going to read out that. Firstly, who have come out with the flying colors, the names. Those were flawless throughout. Toastmaster Sai, Toastmaster Hina, Toastmaster Kalpana, and grammarian Toastmaster Jai. A big round of applause for all of them. There were some repetitive words. First, I will go to Toastmaster Rohit, 1 or 2 R and ums. General evaluator Saurabh Patil, no R's and ums, but a small short pause over there. Toastmaster Pallavi, 2 short pauses as our counter. Grammarian, Jay was flawless. I have given his report already. Then coming to the speakers, prepared speakers, Toastmaster Razvi, she was flawless when she was speaker. Then Toastmaster Monica, 2 R's, 2 small pauses, and repetitive ands and and what such as that. Toastmaster Hina, she was flawless. I have already said. Toastmaster Riddhi, 1 pause, and evaluation report is taken 2 hours and 2 or 3 repetitive words. Toastmaster Kalpana was flawless. Again, I have said. Toastmaster Cynthia, she has guest Cynthia, she has taken 2 hours. Toastmaster Shashi, 2 short pauses. And that's all from my side as our counter today. Over to you, General Evaluator. The virtual dais is all yours.
Thank you so much, our counter, for the report. Can I request the timer to just let me know the timings of the evaluations?
All 3 evaluators were within time. The first evaluator took 3 minutes, the second evaluator 1 minute 45 seconds, and the third evaluator took 3 minutes as well.
Okay, good to know that. And so the overall session, so I'll give you my evaluation now as a general evaluator. The session started on time, which was very good, and the impactful and very good speeches with a strong message. The session is still going on time, and the evaluations did a very good job. One or two things I would like to point out as a general evaluator. I would suggest the R counter to, of course, you need to have a blank paper, or not. If not, we do have an Excel sheet where you can fill up the Excel sheet and share it, instead of explaining each and every words. That's one thing. For the table topics master, they did a very good job, but I would suggest, instead of asking that do I have one extra few minutes to have one speaker, if you have the topic, you can go ahead, or maybe you can noting down the timing, you can balance the speaking, the topics based on the timing. Overall, a good session. Thank you so much, team. It was a wonderful session. Everybody enjoyed it. Now I'll hand over the session to Toastmaster of the day, Rohit. Over to you.
Thank you, Saurabh. You did a pretty good job on evaluating the whole meet. Although you were traveling, still you did your job very well. Thank you so much. And grammarian, that was an awesome report. I cannot tell you how much I learned from it. I definitely want that PPT from you. And the session was overall very interesting, exciting. I loved every bit, evaluations, and all the evaluations were too good. And it is a privilege for BKC Fireflies to have Toastmaster Hina experience her speech before going to the contest, and an exciting evaluation. Sadly, we missed the conclusion, but it is an honor for Hina we were a platform for her. And as a concluding remarks on the theme for the day, I told my part of what resolutions are and is it a solution or not. I hope everyone, hope is a wrong word. Definitely everyone would have the resolutions in mind and successfully implemented it. I want to hear some success stories from anyone who wants to share. I want to know others' perspective. I'm done with the theme. Now you all take forward the theme. Can I have anyone wants to share in a short words or in detail? I would love to hear.
I did actually read 52 books in 52 weeks, 1 year, actually 2 years. It was fun, but it was also a drag because you had to keep looking for books to read, and it became a pain in the butt after some time.
Oh yeah. Still, I mean, it's a good achievement. Anyone else?
I am a procrastinator by nature. Okay. I always find it hard to agree and, own up to this. But I made a resolution to cope up with it. And that was to prepone my dates. Supposing if I have 15th, where I'm supposed to, be prepared or present something, I prepone it to 13th or 12th, depending on the meter of my procrastination. And then tell myself, I've got one more day. And then I reach the level of procrastination so that I'm able to at least give or present whatever I have to complete the task within that time. So the resolution to prepone the date was a challenge, but by and by, slowly, first by 2 days, then first I started off with 4 days, 5 days, then I came in 4 days, and now I gave myself 3 days. That I at least, complete my task on time. So yes, I think that is one resolution that has helped me. It isn't that I don't cheat on it. There are days when I cheat on it, but only on the non-important things. But yes, mostly I try to adhere to it. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster.
You exactly sound like my mentor. He's Toastmaster Cyril. He gave me the exact solution for it. Just prepone everything you do.
Okay.
So Riddhi, do you want to share any of your resolutions? And with that, I'll hand over to presiding officer. You're on mute, side.
Yes, I've been unmuted. Riddhi, I'm happy to listen to your stories about your resolution. Let me stop recording the meeting first, because I think the meeting has ended officially.